Okay. So I've gone there. Alright, check Discord first. I would like to do that. Make sure everything's popped off, notifications and whatnot. Okay. Things look good on Discord. So now, uh, everything on. I'll bring up my normal dashboard thing on my phone. Plug in my phone. Wait for the message to hopefully pop up. I'm like, oh, like USB and all that. Alright. I think I'm gonna go ahead and just, hit continue. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and get started. So, as always, everyone, heyo, my fellow Rumble Maniacs. It's Mr. Rumble Roses here, and welcome to I actually say technically a surprise little stream of Elden Ring Night Rain. So, I'm pretty sure some of you guys might have some questions. Um, so I'm gonna try and maybe explain as best as I can. So you're probably asking yourself, like, how come you're a little late to streaming today? Well, there's at most a couple of reasons off the top of my head that I know of as to why I'm a little bit late to streaming. Um, One is because of last second planning. Because originally for today, aka Friday, I was actually gonna be trying to do some Ion Fury, but I actually did some Ion Fury last night because I wasn't really doing much of anything and it was pretty chill and quiet. So I was like, you know what? I'm actually gonna try to see if I can do some Ion Fury stuff with the DLC. And the reason for it was because of Dead by Daylight's 2v8 mode. Now, I originally thought that the next little quest installment of DBD's 2v8 mode was going to be unlocking today, but it turns out that I guess I was thinking like a day ahead, like I was trying to to skip forward in time or something like that. because in reality, apparently because in reality, apparently the thing's actually going to be releasing tomorrow. But I have plans and stuff for tomorrow's stream. And so I was like, okay, well, there's that, So I said, and I believe I said in my On Fury stream that if I wasn't doing DVD, then I would try and play some more of the DLC for On Fury, right? That was the thing. But then I kind of had an idea for something. I had the idea of, why don't I try and do more of my Night Rain playthrough as the Quad Proccing Executor, and then I'll save Sunday for DVD doing 2v8 mode and everything. So that's why I decided, that's why I'm streaming Night Rains instead. The second reason is because I had to kind of remember. Basically, so like I had kind of forgotten about where we left off last time, so I had to go find my VOD of the last executive stream thing that I did in Night Rain and figure out like where I left off, and now I do. Now I found it and now I remember. So yeah. Because last time we left off on dealing with Augur, with Scythian Pest and Augur, or, Scorpion, Moth, and Elden Beast cousins, or whatever. So, the next plan of bosses is trying to take on the Equilibrious Beast, aka Libra, and Dark Drift Knight, aka Fulgor. Now, I was also kind of thinking about maybe doing some, some Everdark Sovereign stuff, mainly for Augur, because I do not want to. Because to be quite honest with you, I don't want to really do fucking the Sentient Past, Everdark Sentient Past, because I'd say that's more of a slog than having to deal with fucking Augur and everything, and I damn sure don't want to touch the fucking Everdark Balancers again, and this is gonna be probably the biggest hot take, but I don't think the Balancers are good. I don't think the Balancers are really a good boss. Because all it is basically is just nothing but a gank fight. Because it's and I told my friend Onyx this at one point, but it's when it comes to the Balancers fight, it's you have to literally have 360-degree vision and always be on alert, because while you might be dealing with one Balancer, another one might come out of nowhere and either try to poke you in the ass, or try and or try to shish kebab your ass with a little a little attack that they like to do, where it's they kneel down and they kind of just ding, they send their little stuff up from the ground, And when it comes to Everdark Balancers, it's Everdark Balancers, in my opinion, they made that shit worse, because normally, and this is how it usually is, but normally whenever you get a boss's health down to a certain point, especially in the Everdark Sovereign version, they don't get their health back. And that's the kind of the thing, because it's once once you defeat the regular Balancers, if you're doing the Everdark version, then it's you see the last one that you took down, pretty much rip her face off or whatever, and you see all the blood just spewing out, and then they all have their health back when they shouldn't be, and that's basically an exploit in my opinion, because they should not be able to have full health. I don't care what anyone says, you can call me this, that, and the other, fight me, but the Everdark Balancers should not be having their health back in their new phase. Whatever health they had, they lost, it should stay like that. And the fact that From Stuff actually did something like that is fucking stupid. You know, like I would honestly say everyone needs to be fired. You know, they need to be slapped in the face and their cheeks turn black, and they need to be fired for all that. You know, come at me. Anyway, so let's see. So, okay, so yeah, so I was doing that. But yeah, so back to this. Um, for those that wonder about like the whole situation of the quad proc executor and everything, it basically comes around with this loadout that you see before you. Because I'm using the Executor's Urn, which has a red slot and 2 yellow slots. And all these, and these 3 main slots all involve boss relics. So, I'm going to, show you guys everything, explain everything, as we go. So, the Knight of Dregs. This is what you get from defeating the Dreadlord if you have the DLC. So, you got the thing of status element gauges slowly increase attack power, attacks inflict rot when damage is taken, and rot in the vicinity causes continuous HP recovery. So, that is technically the second thing. That's kind of like a temporary little proc if if you get hit in some sort of way. Whether it be like small damage or big damage. Second one is Night of the Miasma. This is what you get from defeating regular Caligo. So, this is all about Frost. So, Frostbite Vicinity conceals self, changes compatible armament skill to Chilling Mist and Dynamic Condition, and then attack power up when facing Frostbite afflicted enemies. So, yeah, it's all about, Frost in this one. You have your Astral War Chains, Unsheathed to Chilling Mist, yeah. And then we got Night of the Wise. Night of the Wise is what you get from beating Sentient Pest, regular Sentient Pest. So in this one, you have increased maximum FP, starting armament inflicts poison, and poison rot in vicinity increases attack power. So, yeah, this is a little bit of this little poison bill, with a slight increase if your mind or FP, whatever. And you put all that together, and you pretty much get this. Now you won't see, the status effect of rot because that's, like I said, it's kind of like a temporary little thing. But with Executor's Blade, it's known to have the innate bleed status element on it. And then, you can also put Frost on there as well, or anything secondary, pretty much, and go from there as far as like status element goes. Then Chilling Mist, you can be able to use that, and if you want to be able to try get some frostbite and anything. And then as it says, the Scarlet Rot, that's that's a little temporary thing, and all that. Like, so like say for example, like you had Chilling Mist on your on Executor's Blade and everything like that, and you take some sort of damage, and then that's when the Rot procs, that's when the Scarlet Rot stuff takes over, and that becomes the main priority. So yeah. Now, as I stated before, when it comes to this, these types of playthroughs that I've been doing, for the most part, like this is how things have usually gone. So, I usually like to try and see about doing things in trios. I like trying to maybe play with random people, and see how things go, from there and all that. And go from there. I always try to do some trios action stuff, where it's like, usually I will I will do like a little solo queue thing up for a trios expedition with randoms, and see how things go. And and the one little rule, if you will, that I kind of that I would kind of set for this is that I only leave really unless of like both my teammates leave. Like, you know, like say for example, like both my teammates leave for whatever reason, and it's just me in the world. So like I will be like that last one to leave. Now, if one person leaves but the other person stays, then then I will try to I'll try to wing it out and see if we can actually continue onwards with the expedition and maybe even beat the boss. Because I have had moments where I originally queued up for a trios expedition and then it ends up being like a duo thing. So there's that. Um, and the only other time I said I probably would leave is like, and I say this is probably like the rare moment of it happening, but like, but like if a run is like really really bad, then that's probably when I would leave. But other than that, like the only time I would ever really leave is if like if it's like something that's beyond my control. Like say for example, because I have had this happen, um, and everything. Like say like the like say like fucking PlayStation decides to make me go offline and everything, and I have to like keep like forcing it to to let me back in, and all that. That's one example. Or like say for another little example is like say maybe the game itself had a moment where it's like like it had like some sort of connection error thing or whatever, so it kicks me back to the the title screen, and if I can get back in, then that's how I'll do things. Now, um, as far as bosses go, like I usually try and maybe see about doing like 2 bosses per stream, and go from there. Now, if we're somehow able to if we're somehow able to beat both bosses, then then I would definitely be trying to VOD the stream in full. But like if we only beat one boss, but then don't beat the other boss, then I'll more than likely make like a little video of the successful boss thing that we did, and make it his own little video. And sometimes I may have the thought process in my head of like, oh well, I guess I'll probably try my luck off stream against the boss that we failed to do on stream. Or I might save it for next time I stream. Rex and America's Tips. Okay. So we got a recluse and a guardian apparently. Not bad. Not bad on the builds. And we got Crater. I'm about to say, like, where are they? Like, where are they? I know they're here. Now, as far as weapons go, I'd say for the most part that my plan is that I'm going to be trying to at most keep Executor's starting weapon. But yeah, so like I said, I'm only trying to at most keep Executor's starting weapon, but I might throw in some other stuff here and there, depending on the outcomes at hand. Because I might somehow I might get a weapon or something that is going to be good to use for certain bosses. Now, in a manner of speaking, I would say that um, this weapon right here, the Sacred Nakakiba, could definitely be a thing because I think like the other little alternative, the other little alternative for Libra's for like another effective Libra weakness is Holy. What we got over here? Yeah, we got a Scurb for one, and we got a Lion. Okay, so we know that Recluse has madness. So we know that Recluse has it was like what was it, Flame of Frenzy or whatever. So at least we got something so at least we got something that deals madness at most. But yeah, I decided to get a smithing stone too. Even though like we're going in here, we're gonna be able to get another one. But I kind of figured I'd get it at most because we might have that other little situation where we get one of those. Okay, so I'm actually going to get rid of the throwing knives. Level 4. Oh, what's the name of the person who's America's tits? Yeah, Flame of Frenzy. That can definitely come in handy for this fight. So At least we know now, thinking we have a madness-based weapon. What boss do we have down here? Go. Bear witness. I'll keep it for now. I'll keep it for now, even though like I doubt that I'll be using it. Mufasa. Fire pot, flesh. Magic power. Seven wood poise. Alright, so I want to see what's up here. Because, you know, you never know exactly what you'll find in these chests up here. I'll go down the wall. Alright, they are up there. So let's go and try and see if we can help them out. A little bit of that. Owie. Look at that. Blood loss, poison, and scarlet rot. Up. Warming stone, spending someone. I think I'll actually take that because, you know, for FP restoration upon landing attacks. That's gonna be lovely. Alright, they're over there now. Alright, because we're here, I'm going to go and put up my... I wanted to put up my weapon. I'm getting poisoned for this bitch. I love it. Alright, level 9. Supposed to kind of just do that and you'll be like, hey, you know, there's Grace over here. Alright, say one more level and I can be able to have one more level I can be able to use Grafted Dragon. But yeah, I want to save the smithing stone too, just in case, you know, like I get something else that, you know, it's more or less going to require it. Cold Large Club. Rock this bad boy. Let's call it Rot Rock. There we go. Definitely gonna use that. Definitely using that, my dudes. Oh yeah, let's go this way. Let's go the way of this. And I think we should go here. Because of how we got Quater. Okay, good bow. Eh, 30. Yeah, the best thing that we should now go to the the church over there so that we will make our way down to the crater and everything. Kill some fat fuckers. Kill some fiery fat fuckers, and then maybe like some nice little stuff here and there. Quit backing up, bitch. Hey, you. Yeah, can we not? Ow. Let me up. Wow. I'll get that. Kanon. Death poker. Improve physical attack power. Okay, I'm gonna go check on these things because sometimes, and I say sometimes, they've been able to drop some pretty good stuff. One might even say legendary stuff. One. What is that? Playing while walking. Attacks avoid sleep. Hang on, does that actually work if I have it like this, or... Okay, now. Got level 12. Keep me sure. I guess I'll take it for that or something. I don't know. Alright, let's see. Put up the thing. Big Australian Weapon, legendary. I think I know where. I think I knew the location. So we're gonna go fight this thing. Ow. Well, I guess when in doubt, YOLO it out. Yeah, here. Entrance, fall down and enjoy. Ah, looking pretty good. Level 14. Level 14. 6 flash, which will turn into 7. You know, if we actually, get the, get past, this stuff. Is there anything I can use? I'll just do that, I guess. Of course, I know there's also going to be the, Demi-Human Queen over her. You know what? I'm just gonna do that. Was it good? I'm trying to think about what this boss is going to be. Part of me thinks it's going to be Death Rider or something. Yep. I'll do that. Mainly because, you know, for this. I don't normally get that little thing, but you know, because of how it's Libra and all that. Max level. Other personal fellow going live.
You're beautiful, my beloved.
I couldn't find the thank you one.
Make it is done. The time is right.
Ah, damn it. Thank you. Nice. I didn't even actually use my I didn't even use my fucking flask either. That's funny. Uh, Even though wouldn't really use that much, but it's not bad. Keep for now. Sell that. Sell that. Keep that. I don't know why, but like usually in my head, like I always try and maybe like find the. I always like usually try to do like a thing sometimes where it's like, you know, I Um, I want to keep like the large ones that has like like all 3 slots and all that, but sometimes I might think that sometimes I might think of myself it's like these even though these only have 2, but they're not that bad. Alright, so Dark Drift Nights next. Wow, I'm gonna do it pretty quick. Don't mind that at all. Looks like we might get a Raider and a Revenant. Oryx or Orior. Fondle my boluses. Tell name, best name, best name. Okay, so because we got into this session pretty quick, I'd say depending on how things go, we might, quote unquote, maybe do something extra? I don't know. Like, I don't know. It's like, I don't know, and I'm curious to see what would be left. Oh, Crater again, huh? Okay, so Ray's got an Evergel thing. Okay, so both of them have Evergel, the Evergel relics. Fire pot, lightning pot. Take that from now. Don't see any place of lightning. But I'm sure we can make do. But I'm due, we can make sure. From door, we can make sue. Banish knives. Balance knives, the last one's gonna be down hell. Here we go. I see you, bitch. Yeah, here. And where the shadows going live. Stamina raise. Much lighting stuff as we can. Okay, so we got a couple of fire pods, 1 lightning pod, and 3 lightning pieces. So Shadow, so since Shadow's streaming, or has gone live and all that, he will be the one that I will be raiding because I believe that it's his birthday or something. I don't know if it's actually like today or something like that. But yeah, I saw it for like a brief moment, if you will, where it's like, hey, I was like, Merry Birthmas to me. Hold on, slap. Alright, I'm gonna go get that other church. Especially now that the fact that the storm's closing in, and it's gonna go right past that. Look up for Spirit Spring. Is there gonna be a chest? Is there gonna be a chest over here? Not today. That's fine. Oh yeah, you're right. They got Everjoe. Question is, what has come out of Everjoe? Oh, come on. Hey. There doesn't seem to be any trolls. Let's see what boss is underneath the castle. much I won't do that, but I think I'll actually get this instead. Ah, we got Crucible Knight. You missed. So it looks like we got Crucible Knights up in this bitch. Guess I'll take that. Ah, you activated the gate. Okay, thankfully homeboy did not get aggroed. And I somehow got caught. I'll take that for improved item discovery. Shit. Oh, what bit is now? Oh, never mind. And I'll go do everything, like, get as much lightning stuff as I can. I was like, alright, now I want to see what's up here. Because, you know, probably not going to be coming back. Okay, so 6 things of holy grease, or lightning, 6 things of lightning grease, and 1 lightning pot. Stamina raised. Ow. some more rooms obtained. Yep. Nice. Blood loss. So they increases attack power. Level 10. Ahi, ahi, ahi. No scab under here. Whoa, hello. Strong. Yeah, let's go. Let's go there. And that notification was telling me about like you're about to reach a streak on the Vern Shadow stream. You know, go there, watching that, watching now, and all that jazz. I'll do this real quick. Because, you know, sometimes there might be some stuff on here that might be worth getting. Alright, so my health and stamina are basically the same. Basically the same, like same length and all that. It's very good. Got that. Now drop down to this. And I somehow fucking rolled off. God damn it, dude. That was not supposed to happen. Like, that was legitimately not supposed to happen. And what do you know? It puts me, and like, what do you know? It puts me where the Fallen Star Beast is. Ow! No, that's cheating. Man, that was the same little everything. Okay. Maybe if I get lucky, you know, I can see, you know, like where, you know, where my stuff, what my runs were at, or dropped at. Nothing there. Okay. So far, so good. Even though, like I say, like we, even though like we took that slip, but you know that was not my fault. Because sometimes the game will do things that like you know you don't want it to do, and it's just big old eh. So, and in that case, in you know the case of what happened, you know, was like when I get you know, like it rolling me off, with it rolling me off like it did, you know, it's like that didn't help things at all. Get out of here. Rivers of blood. Aha, aha, aha. Let's see. You know what? I think I'll do it. I think I'll do the thing. Legend Forged. Oh, we're going over here, huh? Ooh, look at that. Well, look at here, Herschel. Yeah, I want to see if I can maybe go back up. May not be much, but, you know. Out my way, you old bitches. Ow. Okay, yeah, like I said, I wanna try and find my damn runs I lost because of that because of the stupid game logic, you know, doing its thing. No! Where did you come from? they might have defeated the doggo. If that's the case, I need to get over there. Too slow. Too slow and you missed. Yeah, I'll take max stamina. Alright. Couldn't do anything. Nope. Weird looking. Ow. Get down here, you coward. Ew. Ow. That should not have been a double hit. Get over here. That should not have been a double hit with the fucking fire and shit. Nope. Bitch. Fucker. Okay. alright, alright, alright. Put that there in front. I'll do that. Yeah, I think I'm good. Alright, so yeah, this will be last fight and everything else, and Shadow's gone live. Okay, let me heal. Ow, that's not a hit. Nice. Fuck you. Don't do the thing. Decent, so I'll keep it for now. Thing for Scholar. Nice little thing for Duchess. Sell that though. Sell. And keep. Okay. So yeah, that was, that went pretty well. You know, we got through, Equilibrium's Beast, aka Libra. Then we took on Dark Drift Knight as well. So, let's see. I'm trying to think, so... Yeah, so Fissure in the Fog and Night Aspect are the only ones left to do for the main thing, because like I said, I said this before and I'll say it again, like I am not going to be, I'm not going to be doing the DLC bosses. Like, the only time I would probably really be doing the DLC boss stuff is the only time I really would really do DLC bosses is is if like I'm doing, if I'm wanting to, like we're going to try to do it with friends or something like that. Like for example, like if Onyx decided to try and do the thing. Alright, so let me switch over to PC. And yeah, I want to get things set up here, but while I, slowly but surely do that, just want to say as always, thank you guys so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. I hope you guys have enjoyed the stream and everything, even if, it was a bit of a different stream, than I had originally planned and talked about and all that, but yeah. Um, I don't know 100% for sure, but probably probably on Thursday during my 2-day slow week of streaming, I might probably do, I might probably do more Night Rain as executor to try and see about maybe finishing off, that run um, because I've been kind of thinking about this a little bit, and I've been like slowly but surely like making different builds and stuff like that, and everything. Cause like I've been like slowly but surely making builds for some of the characters, and I'm kind of like wanting to maybe like try and you know put them together and see them in action, if you will. I know that I still have like the. I'm trying to think like because I remember like at one point I had a poll up. I remember at one point I had a poll up and I had like 3 ideas for ideas for like Night Rain builds and everything. And even though like I only got like 2 votes, which was basically for the quad proc executor run, I was like, oh, we're trying to maybe do that. But I believe that some of the stuff that I had, I believe the other 2 things that I had was like a strength-based guardian build and I want to say like maybe like a Faith Raider. I think it was a Faith Raider build as well. So because because like the Deep of Night relics that we originally going to be like a thing and only Deep of Night, but now we're in base game where it's like where it's like oh and like improve this or this that and the other, but at the cost of something else or whatever. So um, I'd say like for right now though like. I'd say like for right now though that like I do have I'd say like overall okay like I do have like a perfect little idea of like well I do have an idea of what I'm going to be doing for like a Faith Raider build and it involves like just one little I think it's like this one blue relic where it's like you get like max HP for certain things, max arcane. Oh wait, I remember now. I think it was an arcane raider. It might have been an Arcane Raider or something like that. But anyway, man, I guess I have ideas, for for like kind of like faith type characters for like Guardian and Raider. Um, I might sort of do a little thing of playing with maybe I also might have to do like a little thing with like Wilder and Guardian as well because I think I'm actually able to show you guys. So bear with me. Let's see. So yeah, so this is one of the builds that I've been kind of like making and playing around with for Wilder, and I think I might actually do it here. I actually did have something else in mind where it's like it was this other little like Wilder thing where it's like I had like the great sword. I think I had like maybe like +1 poise and Ultimate Art auto charge +3, but since I found, but since you know I found this, but since I found this one right here with like the improved great sword attack power and all that, I was like, oh, you know, maybe I might, you know, play around with that. This one right here is something I've been playing around, I've been kind of like experimenting with as well. I like to kind of refer to this as like the Alt Guardian build, because the whole idea basically is kind of like revolving around you know, trying to get like my ultimate art up as much as possible, and then using, you know, like this stuff right here, like the Witch's Brooch, for, especially, you know, for restoring HP, restoring allies HP when art is active and everything. Yep. Um, and then I got this because you know, it was I think this is probably one of those like god tier rolls that I managed to get, where it's like the, you know, successful guarding fills more the art gauge, attack power increased for each inventory person defeated, and, you know, starting armor deals flicks blood loss. And I remember too, like I was looking at the thing about, you know, the ultimate art auto charges, and basically what happened, it's basically like by like 3 ways you can be able to, you know, to defeat or meter. You know, so you can get critical hits, or, you know, defeating enemies, or doing successful guarding, you know, will fill the art gauge. So yeah. Um, I've been kind of doing stuff from like some videos I saw uh, with Iron Eye, but I don't know if I'll do a thing like that. Um, I might sort of do a little thing in the future where I might, like, you know, do like another Duchess run, because I've been kind of like playing around with this build with her, and I think, in my opinion, like, you know, it's probably, you know, it's a nice little, it's got like a nice little setup in my opinion, you know, because it's like, because basically, like, the whole idea is that it's all about, like, you know, having like a, you know, two daggers, you know, and all that, and getting health back, you know, with each dagger attack, and then, you know, of course, partial restoration upon post damage attack, you know, plus this, you know, makes, you know, some nice stuff, and also, you know, with having, you know, my starting dagger having blood loss and then poison mist. Um, this right here is kind of something I've been playing around with as well, so I might possibly do a thing in the future. But yeah, this is the relic right here, the Grand Drizzly scene, where it's like max HP increase for each great enemy defeated in a great church, arcane increase for each great enemy defeated at a run, and then max FP for each sorcerer's rise unlocked. So, you know, there's that. And yeah, that's, you know, that's basically some of the ideas and stuff that I have, you know, for like Wilder, Guardian, and stuff like that at most. But anyway, that being, like I said, that'll be somewhere down the line. Hopefully, you know, there's going to be quite a lot of Night Rain streams, you know, especially like in the revisits, and, you know, like trying to hopefully, like, you know, make new builds, or, you know, like trying to maybe do some, you know, like some Everdark solvent grinding and stuff like that. So yeah. But my next planned stream, if everything goes well, will be tomorrow, aka Saturday. It's going to be another installment of Shoot 'em Up Saturday. And normally I would be doing something Doom related, but I think for that day I'm actually going to be playing some Blood, because I'm going to be trying to check out the Marrow expansion mod thing that got implemented into the into Refresh Supply. So, you know, so I'm going to be trying to, you know, see what that's like. And hopefully somewhere down the line, Death Wish gets added, you know, but I'll have some fun with that, hopefully. And then probably on Sunday is when I'll do some DBD, aka Dead by Daylight, doing the 2v8 mode and everything. So, yeah. But until then, though, as always, if you guys enjoy what you saw today, and you watch this on Twitch, feel free to give the channel a follow and become a Rumble Maniac today. If you want to follow me anywhere else online, you can check out my YouTube channel, give it a sub, and all the usual good stuff. And feel free to follow me on Twitter and even Blue Sky, even though like I don't really post on Blue Sky, but I do have an account there. But until I see y'all in the next video or live stream, as always, take care everybody, and I hope you all have a good week or weekend.